Hello everyone, back to this slow control deck. So for those who haven't seen the previous video, I'd probably recommend watching that one before this one. But in essence, we built a Lionheart control deck that doesn't really have a lot by way of win cons. It's more just sort of slowly eking out advantage over the opponent. We've got this kind of ultra late game plan of recurring Shadow Nova. But predominantly it's just we try and win through advantage and, you know, pressuring the opponent gradually, which makes things take a little while. And so yesterday I recorded the first 3 games with this draft deck, and then I had to go to bed because I had work the next day and the queue was looking, you know, lengthy. So I thought, yeah, you know what, we'll just do game 4 tomorrow. So here's where I am, recording game 4. I don't know how long this queue will take. Last time, I think it got to about 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes before I stopped talking and turned the video off. We might see something similar. Oh, never mind. I believe that is now 4 matches against Vitruvian. It's literally all 4. I've yet to have the luxury of just slamming Grandmasters here and not worrying about Dominate Will. Sound looks okay. I guess I'll replace these, looking for a bit more early game. We want this ideally after Shadow Nova. And this is obviously a late game card. I picked this to try it. It's not been that good, I think. This is nice. Very nice. What have they got? They've got a Cold Biter and a Winter Blade, so lots of artifacts. We have a Rust Crawler in the deck. That's kind of scary. We have a Rust Crawler in the deck. I kind of like this Rejuvenator. We can go Silverguard now into Arclight on this and trade with it into Rejuvenator myself. If they play an opening Gambit minion, they can just trade with the Silverguard, so I could play defensively, like go up here. But I don't really need the mana tile. I think I'd rather fight for the center. I think I actually like this, because this is quite an aggressive line. Maybe I should replace this for now, actually. No, it's a perfectly fine card. It's still okay to just run out next turn as a full body. Yeah, so we got some opening Gambit minions coming in here. They got 2 Orb Weavers. If we top deck Tempest, this is going to be pretty good. At least I traded kind of cleanly. We can punch one and Arclight Sentinel another one. Not bad. They can kill the Sentinel on board if I do that. Okay, I foresee that Syzygy doing pretty much nothing. Yeah, let's just do this. It's not the best Arclight Sentinel the world has ever seen, but you know, it trades with, like, they can kill it on board, but it trades with the cards they have. Rustcrawler is a good draw because we know they have 2 extra artifacts, on top of probably some Vitruvian ones as well, because the Vitruvian ones are quite good. Grandmaster is nice. We haven't seen any Dominate Wills yet, but you know the moment that I decide they don't have Dominate Will, they have Dominate Will. Sarlacc. There is a, what's it even called? Chromatic Cold in our deck. Primus Fist. Okay, I'm kind of okay with this as well. Oh, they're just sending this to the face. Fine. That's all just fine by me, I think. So if I play Golem Vanguard and Rustcrawler, it makes Syzygy slightly better. But I don't think that's really worth doing. I'd rather keep the Rustcrawler. So I think we just replace Syzygy. Have I played any spells this game? No, but I think I'll draw a card anyway. Rook. Rook is nice. What's the play here? I mean, I can go down, play this Rejuvenator. I can come here, punch this or something. I really don't have much going on. Could just hit my opponent and play this rejuve. No, let's attack this. Yeah, they can trade it into the Rejuvenator, but they can't hit anything else. Martyrdom's a good draw, Sunriser. Martyrdom plus Sunriser is a nice combo. You can clear out one big thing and a bunch of little things. We are gonna... Oh, this. This nonsense. Well, I mean, this is kind of fine. There's the Winter Blade. Right, so I could Martyrdom the Sandhowler. I'm going to replace and see if I draw anything useful. Arclight's pretty good. What I could do, I can Martyrdom this after playing Sunriser and then just attack my opponent down till your next turn, which will immediately remove the artifact. Is that worth it? Seems worth it. We get some okay damage in as well. The other thing I can do is just like trade with Arclight, but then I have nothing else going on. Oh, I can Rook it actually. That means I lose a card, but A, it's a good chunk of damage, and B, it's very funny. No, I think I'd rather have the 2 cards. I might regret this because we are committing a Martyrdom here, but I think this is fine. We're going to do this. And then we're going to attack the opponent. Killing them Winterblade, which saves the Rustcrawler for the Cold Biter or maybe a Hexblade or something. There's the other Martyrdom, so never punished. And we even drew a Healing Mystic, so this is actually really good. I have left my Sunriser in kind of a mediocre position. Maybe I should have tried to put it further down. I don't know if there's a great way to do that. Yeah, I should have just put it here or something. I guess the Sarlacc can hit it then. One Swarm. There's a Hexblade. I mean, I can kill that by attacking them and playing Rook, but I don't think that's a good idea. I might try and play Zir in like a turn where I trade into my opponent and die or something. Like if they play... Because I don't want this to get Dominate Willed. That's like completely backbreaking. What am I replacing here then? I don't want to just play this Rook as like a big idiot, but I do need to get rid of this Hexblade because it makes the Rook pretty useless. So I can do Crawler plus Healing Mystic plus Arclight Sentinel. I guess I can kill the Sarlacc and put it somewhere else. Maybe I should replace Rook. I could replace this. I kind of want the Healing Mystic because I like not being dead. Oh, even better. Alright, let's just do that then. So I think we want to try and pressure the opponent a wee bit. So I'm going to do... If I punch this, try and get out of the way, right? Good. And then we do this. And this. No Hexblade for you. There's our Chromatic Hold, so we can finally get rid of the stupid Sarlacc. But I could just let them have it and save it for something else. The Sarlacc's not going to be relevant for a turn or two. If they play some ranged unit, we have this. Oh, you know what? I should have played the Rustcrawler further back for Rook setups. Like, I don't really mind if my opponent moves into this tile. Alright. Cold Biter in the house, maybe. Staff of Ikea, okay. My opponent has so many artifacts. And now I might play the Rook to kill this artifact, actually. Because I can Chromatic the Sarlacc as well. Or even their face. The rook is only 2 damage, but it chips off the artifact and we can trade here. Or even I step up, hit them. But there's not much point keeping this 1/4, is there? I want to save this martyrdom. I think the 3/5. I should probably dispel the Sarlacc to get rid of it, so they don't have the chip damage and the ability to like position easily with it. Because Sarlacc is surprisingly annoying for that. Arclight. Arclight is okay. Get a bit more damage in here or trade off. Yeah, I kind of like the rook line, to be honest. Plus, it's funny. Like, when in doubt, rook, you know? Let me get rid of the Sarlacc. So this looks kind of okay. I mean, my hand's pretty bad. But we do have a 7/7. It might get dominated. But looks like it's not going to get dominated. Martyrdom looking awkward here. I really do keep being in this position of like trying to close out the game because I've managed an on-board lead. And then all my, like, I end up with all these random small creatures and martyrdoms trying to win a game of Duelyst. Okay, well, we can kill that. We can punch these. Can't easily clear everything without a top deck of some kind. Tempest is kind of exciting. So Tempest plus Arclight Sentinel kills the Sandhowler. I can Martyrdom this and then hit them for 7. I could do all of that actually. It's slightly card inefficient, but I think it's enough pressure that it's probably worth it. Right? So we Tempest first. Kill this. Kill this, they gain 3. Punch them down to 5. Oh, I mispositioned slightly, I think. I go here, I'm going to heal Rook. And box them in a little bit. This hand is garbage, but they didn't kill the Rook last turn, they just had random chump blockers. So hopefully they just die. And if they have Dominate Will, it might not be enough because I have random creatures nearby. Although the way I've positioned, I can't actually kill them here. You do. On board at least. But I have the Arclight Sentinel for potential lethal. Should make Rook a Golem, it would be funny. Damn it. Well, I mean, I still have lethal. Still have lethal. The Dancing Blades actually gave me the onboard lethal because it cleared the space. Okay, well that's that sorted out. We got some orbs. Someone asked me before about if I could open the orbs after the end of a run, just for a nice sort of cap it off. So why don't I do that now? Fill out this video a little bit. What do we got? Oh, Sunset. Do you like this card? I dislike this card because it's not good. All right, Spirit Orbs. What is this? Magmar Orb from before? Must be. Yep, that's some Magma cards. Oh, these are some good new player cards though. Natural Selection, Dancing Blades, Earthsphere. New Moor is not terrible either. Monoburn may be less powerful. Do people play this? This card seems like it would be reasonable in 2-draw, but I don't remember seeing it in action. It is kind of niche. Oh my god, that's a pull. What do we got? There's some garbage. Well, not this. This isn't garbage. Hey, Voice of the Wind. And a Revenant. Okay, well that's a pretty good pack. I think they nerfed this in some way. Am I right? I can't remember. But I did a video with Voice of the Wind in the network test, and it was way more effective than I expected. Playing with Lady Locke and stuff. Oh, it might have been the nerfs to Glacier Elemental. Kind of have splash damage on Voice of the Wind. Bit of a loss there. But this with like Lady Locke is extremely fun and was surprisingly effective. And of course everyone knows about the power of the Revenant, one of the premier cards in the game. A good legendary to craft if you're looking for something to make and you want to play Abyssian. Very strong. Right, that wraps this up. That was a fun draft. We actually made the 4-0, which has not happened that many times. I think this is my third 4-0, I want to say. So maybe the super slow control style actually works. We did only play against Vitruvian, but I think Vitruvian... I mean, a couple of the opponents in the first video really made me work for it. There was one that played 6 obelisks. Awful. Absolutely awful. There's one that nearly killed me with Time Maelstrom. That was also terrifying. They dealt me 19 damage, taking me from 21 to 2. And then I killed them with Recurred Shadow Nova. That was a sick game. It was actually awesome. So I have no idea how it fares against other factions. Of note, I never got Dominate World, but I also basically just... I did play Grandmaster Zero once, but I mostly held onto it for this reason. So against other factions, I just run it out there. If they have removal, they have removal. At least they don't then have a 5/12 that prevents me from killing them. But I will say that if I was gonna do that a lot, it would probably get old very quickly. I tend to be more of a proactive player in Duelyst, a little bit more. I like taking space and trying to push damage sometimes. Like, I definitely, the more I've learned to play the game over time, the less conservative I've become with pressuring, because just hitting people in Duelyst is often very valuable. Getting damage in. And I think having like several of those games, there were turns where I was ahead early because the deck's quite good. Got all those really strong Lionel 3-drops to win the early turns. But then I wouldn't be able to convert that into any meaningful pressure, buying my opponent a lot of time to potentially make a comeback. They didn't, but they nearly did in a couple of cases. And in one game in particular, I went from like being 4 cards up on my opponent to like nearly losing. So I don't think it would work that consistently, and I also don't think I would enjoy doing it a lot that much, even though I like playing control decks in most card games. But yeah, I don't know. Certainly it was fun while it lasted, and a good experiment to have. Like, yes, you can just, if your card quality is reasonably high, you can just play no win cons and grind people out, and that kind of worked, which surprises me. Like, I would not have thought it'd be so effective. So yeah, there's that draft. I mentioned this in my last video, but I'm thinking of maybe making some videos charting some of my attempts to learn Street Fighter 6. I'm a complete noob with fighting games. I love them, and I own a number, but I'm, a total novice when it comes to playing them properly. So I'm just going to make a little I'm gonna make a few videos to like show some stuff I've learned that might help other noobs, and hopefully, you know, be entertaining. So let me know what you think of that, or if that's something you'd be interested in. And yeah, otherwise have a nice day, evening. Stay safe, stay strong, and see you next time.